Alrighty there. Hello, folks. I was just sharing the stream around with a few people in a few places, and yada yada yada. Alright. Anyway. We're doing this again. I probably need to get new Joy-Cons for my Switch because these ones just keep dying on me in the middle of things. It's a good thing I do not play Dark Souls on the Switch because, oh my goodness, I would die so frequently to all of this BS. What was I doing again? I don't really remember. Okay, well, I guess I just need to make sure we have all of the classes we want unlocked on people. So I need one more intermediate seal for Claude. I guess I could have Lysithea go into priest, so that makes Dus. And yeah, I think that's it. We just need Dus. That's by Dus. Sorry, ni. I should use Japanese words for numbers, although I don't really know that many Japanese words, if I'm being perfectly honest. In fact, I don't really know any Japanese words. Well, I know a few Japanese words, like Gohan. I know that is rice, and then Ocha is green tea, and To is two. No, not two. And two is the number two. You know, stuff like that. Very, very basic. Alright, and Lysithea mastered mage, so we can just have her go into priest for jits and or shiggles. I mean, she'd probably deal more damage if I left her as a, or if I left her as a mage, I have her go. But we'll go ahead and have her go into priest. Why not? Okay, let's get the boring things out of the way. I feel like I was supposed to do something else before I started exploring. I'm sure it'll come to me. Well, whatever. Point is, we have a couple of things to do, and first things first, I am gonna start with the sauna. We're gonna sweat it all out. And who better to bring to the sauna than Lorenz? Alright, I think Lorenz is almost mastered Archer. I remember that much. Yeah, I didn't do anything off stream, so pretty much got everything recorded for all y'alls. Maybe I shouldn't have brought Lorenz. He heats up too quickly. Okay. And then I think you can just... Oh no, Lorenz, if you ruin my chances to get a good steam, I will end you. Okay, good. Anyway, let's increase the steam, and then hopefully that'll get Byleth nice and relaxed. Sorry, Adele. Oh no, Lorenz didn't get the full benefit. Who cares? If you actually have Byleth get overheated in the sauna, they'll be a little bit red and smoky afterwards. Let us keep exploring. Oh yeah, yeah, on the last one, we actually did recruit Flayne. Like I said, she joins no matter what route you go into, although she might not be permanent if you're a beagle. So keep that in mind for the beagles. The crops are doing well lately. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. This is the battle of the eagle and the lion. You know what happens during the battle of the eagle and the lion? The fishing tournament. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be so amazing and not at all tedious, and I hope we just get it out of the way as quick as possible. Anyway, then we'll plant those seeds. Yes. Let me pull things in, make sure we got everything going. Okay, there we go. My computer's being weird. I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye, and then it's not there. Maybe my computer's haunted. That would make way too much sense. I need to replace this stupid thing. But for now, we are stuck with it. Okay. In any case, Today is the fishing tournament, or rather, this month. So you accept the quest from Shamir, and you get 50 units of tournament bait. To win the tournament, you just have to capture a specifically named fish for Flayne, and then Flayne will be happy and you win. Yay. As for what that specific fish is, I forgot the name of it, but when you fish using the tournament bait, you will fish up fishes of certain rarities, and then the number of stars they have determines how good the fish is. You'll notice there are a bunch of students and other faculty members standing around the pond. Though they all have caught fish themselves, and they'll ask Violet, hey, can you catch this? Can you catch a fish that's better than this? And then they'll show you the rarity of the fish they caught. So this is a large Falkland carp that has 4-star rarity. So that is really only useful for the measuring contest with the other students. If you get a 5-star fish, you can basically win against everybody. 4 stars is the best anyone else did. And then the one Flayne wants, it doesn't get classified as a 5-star fish to compare against the other students. No, it's not a tentacless loach. Since you get 50 units of tournament bait, you just gotta keep waiting for a particular fish shadow to show up. I think this might be it, folks. Don't worry too much if you don't get a regular 5-star fish. The stuff you get from the students, there it is, a Tentious herring. There, anyway, now we got the right fish. You just show it to Flayne and you win. If you want to get the rewards from the other students, then make sure you do that before you give Flayne a fish. Yeah, there's a reason Flayne is the fish girl. She is very, very obsessed with fish. Why, I do not know. But there it is. Yeah, the only ones that are actually tricky are Raphael and Catherine. They both caught a 4-star fish, so you need a 5-star fish to beat everybody. I don't know how many people who actually need to be motivated, because we have... I think we have 5 professor points to work with. I can double check that real quick. Let's see here. Wrong button. Roster. Go to Dell's page. Hit the right buttons. 5 lessons. Okay, so that means we need at least 5 students ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're good. Alright, in that case, I remember Mercedes is at B already, so let's just focus on getting Lindhart up to B as well. Let's see, for the Battle of the Eagle and the Lion, let us just make Sweetfish Gratin. Yes! Yes! There are actually things you can steal from the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, specifically from your 2 competing lords, so in my case, Edelgard and Dimitri. So if I can get Byleth fast enough, since she's my thief, I can get the things. Oh, right, one other thing I should have mentioned actually for the last chapter. I had Byleth as a thief, but really anyone could do it. But a notable thief would be Catherine, if you're not on the Beagles. Because Catherine, she is qualified for thief. More than qualified, you only need C sword. She starts with A. But she can jump right into thief, and thanks to her swordmaster bases, she should be fast enough to pretty much steal whatever you want. I think swordmaster is innately faster than thief, so she does lose speed when she changes classes, but that's pretty much the worst of it. Very yawny. Worst case, she would just need either... she'd probably just need a quick rally, and she'd be able to get right on track. Or right back on track. And Nihusen, since we only need to recruit Lindhart, we are gonna sing with Lorenz instead. Lysithia's already learned Warp, so Lorenz is currently my only student who I really care about his faith rank. I mean, I guess I kind of care about it on Hilda. I don't know. And I realize I don't know a lot of things about this game. I don't know why. I should probably find a better time to stream, because right now I'm so yawny. Well, that, and I don't, unlike last time, I don't have any energy drinks, or I didn't pound any energy drinks before starting up my streams, so I think I'm actually a little bit more tired than I would normally be. For lore reasons, I don't actually like to, grab any students before the Battle of the Eagle and Lion starts. Like, honestly, it's so optimal that I would recommend grabbing most people, whoever you want to use by Chapter 5, 6 at the latest. But for lore reasons, I would prefer to wait until after the Battle of the Eagle and Lions. That way they get a chance to... They all get a chance to participate in their default class. Well, yeah, default house, I should say. Alright, let's talk to Best Wife.
先生、お疲れ様です。本日も異常なしであります。昨年いなくなったモニカ殿、領地に帰ってしまったのかと思っていたら、まさかさらわれていたなんて驚きです。恐ろしい思いをしたでしょう。随分性格も変わってしまったようで、明るくなった気がするのが救いですよ。
Oh yeah, completely changed personality. I'm sure there is nothing to read into about that. Anyway, we got a little... maybe the fish are frightened by you. Yeah. Eloise is always a funny guy. I like him a lot. Anyway, we have a heartfelt love letter to give to him. Ugh. Alois is actually a character I both really like, and I'm also really disappointed by. He is one of male Byleth's gay options, with gay in the most massive pair of air quotes you can possibly imagine. Possibly. If you decide to get a paired ending between Byleth and Alois, they don't actually end up together. Rightfully so. Alois is a married man. He's got a wife and a kid waiting for him back home. But so instead, in their shared ending, Byleth ends up moving to the same village as Alois and settling down with a young lady who lives there. So, well, unless you're playing as female Byleth, then it's a young man. But seriously, Nintendo or Intelligent Systems or whoever, did you think I was choosing to spend the rest of my life with the gentleman because I was interested in making Byleth marry a lady? Of course not. Oh, right. This is an NPC from the DLC. I actually should stream the DLC at some point, or record it and put it up. Well, then again, I should do a lot of things related to Three Houses. The only thing I really have going on my channel that's complete is that, Blue Lions on New Game Plus with the Ashen Wolves in it. Ugh. Suffice to say that that thing's probably really out of date with misinformation, and I didn't play it on maddening. Alright, lost items. Do I have anything for you, Miss Rhea? Let's see. Because I think I'm getting to the point where I need to get her up to a C rank. C rank support. Let's see here. How am I doing on my Rhea support? I can get Mercedes to B. Haven't even gotten to C with Rhea. Okay. Well then, let's break into the gifts to make Rhea happy. Why not? Here, have an owl feather. Okay. And does that do it? Probably not. I do not know. No, that did it. Okay. So Rhea's supports are the only time where you really have to go into the menu to access them. Rhea doesn't come up and talk to Byleth when she wants to talk to Byleth. So, yeah. And if you are aiming for a paired ending with Rhea, I believe you will need to get to an A support with her by the end of part 1. And then her C support is locked off after a certain point. If you don't get it, that can make it a little bit tricky. Alright, let's go to the thingamadoodad, and we're going to enter someone into the weekly tournament. Sorry, monthly tournament. House versus house sword tournament. Well, let's just enter Catherine. Why not? Let's see how she does at base, because I haven't leveled her up at all. Oh my goodness, she's about to murder Ingrid. It's a little cruel that you actually can't let Byleth participate in these arena challenges, because Byleth is likely to be your best sword-wielding unit in your class. Not necessarily because Byleth is any better with the sword than anyone else like Catherine or otherwise, but more because Byleth is probably, well, the most likely unit you have in your army to only be using swords, because swords are just that difficult compared to everything else. Most other characters do really well with one of the other weapon types, or they use magic. Very rarely do the other students excel with swords. There are exceptions though. Yuri, if you have the DLC, he is actually very good with swords. Partly because he gets the combat art Wind Sweep. I think he gets it as Sea Swords, actually. So Wind Sweep will allow Yuri to attack the opponent without them counterattacking you. Byleth gets it too at A, and I believe Dimitri will also learn it if you invest in Dimitri's sword rank. Whether or not you want to do that with Dimitri is another matter entirely. But it is another option for Dimitri. Although, if you want to be the most basic you can basically be with Dimitri, you just stick to lances and invest in his authority. Just invest in lances and authority, and once he gets to part 2, he will be amazing. Actually, I wonder if the strats for a super quad work on Dimitri too. We'll have to test that out. I did test out using Dimitri with magic. One of the early script things I would have written for Dimitri if I was still writing things for Three Houses was that you could put Dimitri into any class and he should excel thanks to getting Battalion Wrath and Battalion Vantage, but that is not the case. He can't do it with Reason Magic as a Warlock, believe me, I tried, but he does not get enough crit when using his Reason spell list in order to reliably get Vantage crits before the enemy does anything. I think his crit rates were sitting in the high 80s, maybe close to 90, but if you want to make a crit build like that work, it either needs to be a player phase thing, or you need to get that to 100%. Alright, let's see, we got one more thing to work with. Well, we already got our C support with Rhea, but why don't we just learn how to fist from Rhea a bit more? Why not? I guess I could focus on faith, because I'm going to need that too to become a good war monk. But no, we're going to learn how to fist some more. Yay, we are all done with our fisting lessons. Okay, last thing we need to do is go down to Abissioso and talk to the other best waifu. The other best waifu, of course, being the Abyss Keeper. He is the Reaper and the Keeper. Okay. We need to give him a moment to load in, so let's check on the recycling. You know, if I'm playing in Japanese just so I can hear Constance von Nouvelle's noblewoman's laugh, I should probably be using her and talking to her very frequently. But I don't feel like it.
先生、お疲れさんです。ここは本日も異常ありですよ。ああ、騎士の人ですか。別の任務があるとかで地上に戻りましたよ。でも、また来るんじゃないですかね。絶対ここ気に入ってましたよ、あの人。
See, told ya you could find love with your Mr. Backup. Some people just need to look hard for it and overcome their sexual preferences. I am not being serious about that. No, you do not force yourself to find someone attractive if you're not actually attracted to them. And there's also value in friendship as well. So, yeah, if you want someone to be in your life but you're not attracted to them, be their friend, and there you go. Problem solved. I am an expert in all the things, except for the things I'm not. Okay. Loading. Load faster. There we go. Okay. Let's save Claude for last, because he doesn't really need anything. Okay. So Lorenz, now that he's learned how to do his thing, we just need to focus on getting his faith rank up. I should probably focus on his authority too, so that way I can give him a nice battalion to boost his hit rate significantly. There is a very good B-rank battalion you can get in Part 2 that will give a mage a lot of hit and a good chunk of magic. The one I'm thinking of is specifically for Maddie Ann. How are you doing on your classes? Okay, she's got everything she needs for intermediate. So, the next thing we should do, let's get that lance rank up to C. So that way we can set it, forget it. Alright, and then let's work on your axes now. Now that she has sea lances, the only thing she needs to work on to unlock Wyvern Rider and then later Wyvern Lord will be just the axe and flying rank. For Balthus, we're going to want him to be able to go into hero and then warrior. So, since he's already got a 40% chance to pass the hero exam, let's focus on his axes. He is going to need them to be able to go into warrior. And then I should definitely have him focus on mastering warrior as soon as possible, so that way he can advantage crit people. Let's see, in Claude, we don't really need to worry about Claude. I'm just going to put it into authority, so that way we can start using C-rank battalions. I believe Claude, if you don't invest in his authority and it gets to Part 2, then his authority rank will auto-level to C, because he starts Part 2 off with the C-rank battalion. So that's neat. Let's focus on faith and writing, just in case I want to make Lorenz a holy knight. Lysithea's good, Marianne's good, Hilda's doing fine. Okay. Probably should have invited Hilda to choir practice, to be perfectly honest. I didn't pick anyone for mission assistance. Well, I'm at the point where I don't really need it either, so yeah. Okay. Caspar. Caspar's focusing on reason and faith. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, I think we're good. Begin the lecture. Oh, I forgot to set Flayne's goals. You know, I don't really care about Flayne. You should have a serious talk with your brother. Yay, we almost gained a professor
Sensei.
rank. I don't care what you work on, Claude. You will do what I say and you will like it. Alright, anyway.
もし
That's the Mercedes B support. It starts off by talking to a man who is clearly not Mercedes. And now that I am up to a B rank support with Mercedes, in the middle of a week, there is a small chance that she will come up to Byleth and be like, hey, yo, let me join your house. And Byleth can be like, okay. Only in the middle of the week, though. Alright, what was I doing? Right. Time to explore once more. It rhymes because it's true. Let's see, since Caspar is getting close to mastering Armor Knight, if I remember correctly, we're going to want to make sure we get his motivation up and then tutor him in reason. And we're going to want to make sure we do that every single week from now on. It was neglectful of me to neglect him last week. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and harvest our salads. Come on. I guess those are salads. Yay, we're gonna assign more adjutantes. Right. Herb seeds, Morphe, Albanian, and green flower, I guess. I don't really know what green flowers get you. Let's see. Good flowers to plant. I believe yellow flower seeds can get you a magic boosting, a magic stat booster. Purple gets you strength, and I want to say white is the one that gets you a gets you charm, and I don't know about the others. Okay. Anyway, we need to have food with 3 people. Let's start with Leonie and Balthus. Sorry, not 3 people, 6. So 3 groups of 2. There we go. Anyway, next we want to make sure we hit Caspar. So let's do Hilda and Caspar, because I know those 2 have a support chain. There we go. And then last and certainly least, or certainly not least, however you want to phrase that, Lorenz and Lasithia. There we go. Alright. And then in part 2, once you get B support with a student and or other faculty member, I think aside from Rhea, you can't get their A ranks, or you can't get their A rank support until part 2. So if you get enough support points to go to A rank, it'll tell you it's not the right time to build this support. You gotta wait. All right, let's do choir practice with Hilda and Lindhart. Yay, Hilda's got Nosfera too. If she runs out of her basic spell list, she can use her faith spell list to attack. Ew. Alright. If they have enough to increase some statues. So let's do Sethlene statue, Chico statue, and the Nocule statue. And I think I don't have enough for any more. Yeah, I require 2,500 each. Alrighty, but that's usually the point where I've capped out the remaining statues, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, let's learn how to fist from a couple of people. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, so first, we're going to learn how to fist from Rhea. And then another character who has one of those platonic support endings is Gilbert. He's a Blue Lions exclusive, so building supports with him if you're not in the Blue Lions house kind of pointless. You could do it, you don't really need to. Anyway, his S rank support is also a platonic paired ending for Byleth and him. because he is also married. I mean, he's estranged from his wife and kids, but he is still married nonetheless. I would not expect an estranged husband to cheat on his beloved. I call her beloved, but I don't know if he would really be so estranged if he cared for her that much. Oh, I'm just opening a bag of worms by going on and on. I think he does. If I remember the script and all that fun stuff correctly, he actually does really care about his wife and his kids, and the reason he's estranged from them is because he feels like he failed in his duty as a knight and would bring shame to them. And then I think that's a cross-cultural thing. From what I've heard, Gilbert's a character who is viewed as more tragic and stuff in Japan. But here in the United States, people really do not like Gilbert because they can't really empathize with a person who would feel like they need to estrange themselves from their family because they failed at their job, even though it was a very important job still. And then that's whole cultural difference things. I think one basic example that I learned in my anthropology classes when I was in college, very interesting subject, would recommend. Anyway, with American culture, we're often taught to prioritize our own well-being before the well-being of others around us usually. That not to say that you have to or that everyone does, but it is a thing that our society, American society, seems to highly values the individual's ability to succeed on their own terms, and that they should prioritize their own progress over assisting assisting others or other obligations / duties. Whereas in a country like Japan, it's more about what you can do for the community as a whole. So attitudes that would benefit your government and or society more, like your government and or society, would be preferential to anything that benefits you personally, or prioritized more over whatever benefits you more personally. You know, stuff like that. I think. Don't take me for an expert. I only took a year or two of anthropology, so I am far, far, far from an expert. But, you know, it's cultural things like that. Very neat stuff. Well, that's a thought. I probably don't want to delve too far into those thoughts. Oh, wait, I unlocked a 6th tutoring point. That's why I can tutor 6 people now. Alright. And yeah, now that Lysithea has moved forward, I don't care too much about her faith rank. Oddly enough, if you do want Lysithea if you want a mage who specializes in offensive faith spells, Lysithea is probably the best one for the job. She gets the largest number of them. I forget all the spells she gets from all the offensive faith spells she gets, but she does get more than other students, so that is neato. But that said, if you're focusing on faith magic for offense, it's probably best to just make do with Nosfera 2. Other faith spells have far too few uses to be used to any significant degree. Even that mage Dimitri thingy I was trying out, he does learn Aura at a faith, and Aura does have a higher crit rate than any other spell he learns, but he would only be able to cast it about 3 to 6 times. I think it's 3 to 6, maybe 1 to 3. But in any case, if Dimitri really needed to use Aura to get the guaranteed crits, he would be, well, he'd struggle with it because he could only use it a few times, so not very reliable. Byleth also learns Aura, and I think Byleth can make slightly better use of it. Byleth can be a very dodgy dodgy tank with faith magic. And it usually works better with Nosfera 2 over Aura, because Aura is a very heavy spell. I mean, so is Nosfera 2, but Nosfera 2 also heals you, has more uses, yada yada yada. But since getting access to Aura also gives Byleth a few more spells to cast, so if you're using Byleth in a class that doesn't double their faith magic uses, like Holy Knight, or they get access to one called a class called Enlightened One, then having access to Aura could be handy for Byleth, so that way they can have a different offensive spell to use before they dig into their Nosses, or after they've used up all their Nos, whichever. In my experience, though, using Byleth as a dodge tank with faith spells tends to be a bit troublesome. We want to focus on... let's see, none of these guys... Well, I want Caspar, and Caspar doesn't support with any of these guys, so let's put him with Balthus. It seems a little weird that Balthus doesn't actually support with Caspar. You'd think they would get along well. Actually, that reminds me, with the golden, or not the golden deer, the ashen wolves, each of them has a house that they would probably do the best in, or something like that. They're based on their supports. They all support with the other ashen wolves, and then they have supports with characters from one of the three houses, or, well, one or two. Constance has the most supports in the Black Eagles. At least I think it's the most. Comparatively the most, that is. She can support directly with Edelgard, so that is something. And then I think she can also support with someone in the Blue Lions, or a few people with Blue Lions. Anyway, point is, Constance gets more supports with the Beagles, while Yuri is balanced between Beagles and Blue Lions, and Happy has more Blue Lions. Balthus is the only one who gets supports within the Golden Deer specifically, so I guess that's kind of like the balance they were trying to go for. Happy for mostly for Blue Lions, Constance mostly for the Beagles, and then Yuri for a balance between the two, and then Balthus for the Deer. I mean, with Balthus's history, it makes sense that he would have more ties to people in the Golden Deer house than anywhere else. But still, they could have added a few more. Although they did get more supports than Anna, which is to say more than one, or at least one. So that's progress. Alrighty. I got 3 more activity points to spend. I can spend it all learning how to fist people. Weird for me to be referencing my Bravely Default 2 playthrough, though, because that I streamed exclusively on Twitch. I should have streamed it to both, or actually to YouTube, but when it comes to me streaming things, I've been a little inconsistent. Alright, teach me how to fist, Daddy Eloise. Oh, yes, Healing Focus. That is a fisting-related combat art that everybody learns. It is also a very useful combat art that everybody learns. If once a character has learned Healing Focus, they don't need to carry around healing items or anything like that, because Healing Focus is a combat art that restores 50% of their HP. I mean, I guess they might still want to carry around items if they don't have enough room to equip the combat art, because, well, you only get 3 slots to use combat art, so there. Alright, anyway, I'm going to attempt to focus primarily on increasing Lorenzo's faith, so that way he can go into Bishop as soon as he hits 20. That seems like the best call. It's the same thing I want to do for Caspar, but considering his Reason Bane, I'm not confident I can get it. Well, actually, if I... You know, I should have been taking Caspar to acquire practice. Alright, now that he has heal, I think what I should be doing instead with Caspar is having him focus Reason exclusively. That Bane might make it tricky for him to reach his goals on time, so I'll either need to be either delay some of his promotions, well, promotions in air quotes, or just put him off. Delay or rely on luck to pass them. And I'm not relying on luck, so yeah. Now that he knows how to use heal, which I honestly could have waited to have him do, because he's not even going to be able to use it in his current class. Actually, if I can get him up to D... I think he already has D plus Reason. Yeah, he does. Okay. So if I can just get him to max out Armor Knight in an auxiliary battle, I can have him be a Dark Bishop for the upcoming chapter mission, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Here. And he also needs to work on his authority, but he can build up his authority rank as we go. So much to do with Caspar, so little time. Well, to be fair, just because I'm having him be in a mage class doesn't necessarily mean he has to use magic. It's Cyril's birthday. I don't give a flying flip about Cyril. Flayne's budding talent in magic is, or Reason, is kinda useless if I'm being perfectly honest. She gets Seal Magic. Seal Magic is not very useful at all. I don't think I've ever seen Lorenzen Lysithia's B+ support, and I'm not about to watch it now. Okay, we have saved. Next, we're gonna do auxiliary battles. Let's see. Alright, let's do best of the best. Don't know why I'm saying it so weird-like. Ugh. I hope my drinking wasn't too loud. I really need water. Okay. Alright, we're gonna drop Catherine for Claw, and then for, for our extra units to bring along, I think I actually do want to have, Flayne joining the ranks. Let's have Flayne stick to Claude like glue. And I suppose I should work on Catherine. For now, anyway. I can always just swap her out for Lindhart as soon as he deigns to join me. Alright, anyway. Let's put Caspar up there. Mary Ann's got the things, so let's put her there. Okay. Alright, marketplace time. Battalion Guild. Alright. And then, be prepared to bid farewell to our limited stock of battalions, because starting with the next month, we'll be able to buy even better ones. I'm actually gonna buy an Alliance Knights for, Claude. Yeah, those Alliance Knights are probably going to be better for him for the moment. He'll have to re-equip the Pegasus core as soon as I can. But the reason... sorry about that. Anyway, the reason I got the Seros Pegasus core specifically for Quad so many chapters ago is because I'm planning on having him go into a flying class as soon as possible. And being able, or when you're in a flying class, the number of battalions you can use is very limited. It's 2 flying ones specifically. So, I needed to make sure he could, I needed to make sure I had a flying battalion ready to go for him. Let's see here. Man, just making sure we have all our things repaired. Let's go ahead and repair that. Caspar, definitely need to make sure I keep his I said snuff. I also forgot to attempt to have Caspar pass one of his exams. Ugh. Okay. And then let us start clearing out inventories and getting them set up. So those 2 magic staves I stole, those are going to be really handy. Let's see, we also got a march ring. The march ring increases the, well, whoever has it equipped, it boosts their movement by 1. Actually, I think that is handy to have on Violet. I'll leave that on her. The magic staves, we want those on our magic units, so I'm gonna give 1 to Lorenz. If I remember correctly, actually, I was gonna say I think it only works on player phase, but I have nothing to really confirm or deny that. It could work on either phase, but my assumption is going to be player phase only, until proven otherwise. Alright, let's go ahead and equip Fiendish Blow in over Authority +3. Despite most faith spell lists being pretty sad, it's very handy to keep the faith mastery skills on Lysithea, because as I've already said, she gets the most faith-related spells, or faith-related offensive spells, most notably the Seraphim spell. So having extra accuracy is handy on Lysithea, even if it comes at the cost of other things and stuff. We can have Lorenz re-equip that later. I don't really care about Marianne's things, but might as well have Magic +2 on her. Balthus is using a bow more often than not, so having close counter should be fine. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And then combat arts. Do I need to change any of these? Healing focus. I don't need healing focus, I don't think. I got draining blow. I could always replace shove or grounder with it. Yeah, let's go ahead and put healing focus. Why not? It'll allow Byleth to be much more independent. I'm never going to even use Smash, so let's equip Break Shot. Lorenz needs all those for now, so we'll leave it as is. Although I really would like to have drawback on him. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and just go all in on the melee stuff. Alright, Claude has a Monster Bash. Or Monster Blast. Alright, anyway. We're gonna also have Shamir trade that Iron Lance over to not the Iron Lance, the Lance of Ruin. We're gonna put that on Lorenzu. As well. Oh, right, the magic stat. The other thing I actually should clarify about it is that it definitely does boost your character's ability to use offensive magic combat arts. So Lorenz will be able to use what's it called? Frozen Lance and get a bonus from the Thingamadoodad. Alright. Other things I should buy. I think we'll just buy a steel axe and yeah, just a steel axe for Caspar. So much preparation in this part. I haven't even gone into the thingy-madoodad. Alright, let's see. Lorenz doesn't need that. I guess I could buy a steel lance for Lorenz as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, right, and I bought steel gauntlets for Adele. Oh, right, and then, well, I guess one thing to bring up for steel weaponry is that it tends to have more power, or yeah, more might than iron weapons, but they're also heavier and they have less hit. I tend to usually prefer to use iron weapons and then upgrade to silver when silver is available, because silver is the next tier. But it's pretty handy to have steel weapons on your person. Alright, let's go ahead and attack here with Shamir. It rhymes because it's true. Can she attack from one space away? She could. But why would we want to? We're gonna go ahead and iron bow this guy. Alright, he has been bowed. Next, Caspar jump in, and let's ask him a question. Axe.
力も実力のうちだぜ。あれ？ちっと。
Got 40 experience, so 20 more battles. I think Lorenz is doing okay-ish. So, let's gambit here. Why? Need to, but that's beside the point. That is beside the I want to make sure we get Claude. He was forced to sit out on the last map, so let's do that. Good job, Claude. Probably should have tried to give him the kill, but it's fine. We're just gonna fire this guy. Alright, and then like heal up Caspar. Sorry, not Caspar. Shamir. Oh wow, Isithia's charm is low. I am not used to seeing her charm so low. Yeah, okay. Put Leone here, and we're gonna have Lorenz. Oh, right, and then one other thing I should mention about, or probably should mention about Heroes Relics. I don't know if I actually provided all the details. So, Heroes Relics, anyone who has a crest can use them without taking any excess damage. The Lance of Ruin. It's associated with the crest that Flayne has, the crest of Gautier, or Gautier. So if Sylvain has the Lance of Ruin in his inventory, he gets access to the to a unique combat art. But anyone who has any crest can use the Lance of Ruin, and then they don't. I guess actually I should start with saying, if someone who has absolutely no crest tries to use the Lance of Ruin or any other hero's relic, it will they'll take 10 damage at the end of any combat they initiate or get in. And that does stack up, so if they happen to have 2 hero's relics equipped for a round of combat, they'll take 20. Which can actually be surprisingly high in certain situations. Needs 4 more rounds of combat. We will have to focus on that. Now, where was I? And then if you have a crest, but it's not the right crest, you avoid taking damage, or from the... Yeah, you avoid taking damage, but you don't get access to the unique combat arts. Why do I keep attacking with Claude first? He needs to actually kill things. Yeah, that's fine. And to be fair, this is an auxiliary battle. I don't really expect to be able to get the upper hand, as it were. If I want Baltus to be more accurate against those guys, I guess I could equip him with a bow, but I think it's actually better to keep axe on him for now. He won't retaliate effectively. All mercenaries have the skills axe breaker, so as long as they have a sword equipped, their avoided hit rate against axe units goes up by 50 points each. So that's a thing to worry about. But at the same time, that's really it. But the reason why I would have wanted to have Balthus keep the axe equipped anyway would be to work on his axe rank, because of all the weapons he has in his inventory, the axe is the only one he really needs to work on. So the idea is to focus on using the bow with the axe skills and use the axe when he can get a kill or experience with it, but doesn't necessarily need it. Okay, alright, because of my weird leveling interactions, we're going to fix this. If I remember correctly, Leonie's a little bit behind. She can't reach, though. I think Lysithea can reach. Is not in her range. But Lysithea is also at a bit of a higher level, so we're gonna have to heal up your friends. Yes, you are definitely really tough now, Hilda. Congratulations. She did it. Hooray. And then we bow him down. Alright, Marianne. Anyone need healing? Not enough that I care to. Okay. Already. Lure those guys out. They have bow breaker, axe breaker, but Caspar can't counter with a bow, so we're gonna go ahead and equip the axe. Ill-advised things for the win. Hilda up for that juicy XP. Same for Marianne. And now Marianne is level 10. I can get her into an advanced class. Sorry, not advanced, intermediate. The only one she'd probably be qualified for is Priest, because horseplay, horseplay, I believe that's the right word. Horseplay alone only gets you so far. Make sure we have Leonie. Okay. Oof, drinking so much water that I'm probably gonna have to use the restroom. Alright. Is that level 14? Someone was at level 13. Probably Gaspar. Yeah, it's Gaspar. Alright, you did manage to hit that guy though. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Hilda come up here and she doesn't one shot. Support. Okay, new plan. Let's soften him up with Leonie. Yeah, Leonie is just that good. So let's have Leonie attack this guy. Oh, Leonie could lose that kill. You know what? It's
のだよ。
2 more rounds of combat for him, and he is done. Speaking of numbers of rounds of combat, I think we need to focus on getting Caspar. Caspar, how could you miss? I am very disappointed in you. Balthus just gets the kill right out. Oh my goodness. No, Hilda does too. Let's just fire this guy. And that's the value of a magic staff, folks. Without the magic staff and the Balthus support, she would not have been able to kill that guy. But because she had both, she could do it all. I don't know why I'm so yawny. Well, I do know why. My sleep schedule is in tatters. Let's get Caspar. Pull this closer. Here's fine right there. Oh no, they're moving on us. Whatever shall I do? There we go.
頼まれちゃ答えるしかねえ。使うなら今だろうな。
Okay. For a second there, I thought I forgot to set another adjudant. Let's see.
レスターの格闘王は健在だぜ。
Alright, Lorenz, you only need 2 rounds of combat, right? Let's go ahead and shoot this guy.
我ながら見事。
Alright, one more. Waiting until the next map for him to get that one last combat is annoying as all get out. So let's not do that. Let's wait one more thing. Let's go ahead and do a Balthus. This is the last turn, no matter what I do. Use regular attacks, waste our bow, and ta-da! Lorenz has hit plus 20. Alright, and then let's have Caspar finish.
歯応えのねえやつだったな。
Only level 13. Everyone else is beating into the punch. Alrighty, let's do another one. Ugh. Okay. Alright, Blacksmith Guild. Sorry, that was the Battalion Guild. Now, as you can probably already tell from all the yawning that I've been yawning, I am very yawny today. And also tired. Alright, drop these two. Shamir gets Catherine. Claude gets Flayne. Woo. Alright, next we need to go to reclass. Since Lorenz unlocked Priest already, I can just have him switch right to it.
これもまた。
And he also got a new ability. We can also change up his available skills. We won't need bow prowess, so let's trade that for hit plus 20. And let's trade close counter for faith level 3. And just like that, Lorenz is ready to try to be the NOS tank I always knew he could be. I'm gonna need to pick up his hero's relic before I can do that. But that also means I can get rid of Tempest Lance for drawback. And I suppose we can drop Curved Shot for Night Kneeler. Ideally, I don't want him to actually have to worry about using a bow. So we're going to take that out of his inventory. Okay, kept thinking Balbus there on the minimap was Lorenz. Okay, so next, let's have our units we need to get the experience points on over there. So that would be Balthus, he needs to work at Mastering Archer, Hilda to get a hero up, Leone, Caspar as the one who needs the experience the most, and Claude because he also needs lots of experience for falling behind. How irresponsible. Oh, right, we should also change battalions. Lorenz, what rank do you got in your authority? D+, I believe I have a magic-oriented battalion you can use. Let's see. You know, an Alliance Magic Corps and a Saros Magic Corps already equipped. So he'll just have to wait until we get more magic battalions. For now, he can make do with a merchant military. Okay. Now this time for real. We are ready to go. Alright, let's put Marianne here. Gambit there. And let's start with Shamir. Should we double this guy? I'm surprised if she did. But she doesn't. That is also not very surprising. I probably should move Adele too. Yeah, let's start with Adele next. Or go with Adele next. Bow him down. No need to waste uses on the Sword of the Creator. Waste is relative. Did you get new experience from that, or did I just click it so fast that it already went through? Tough to say. Tough to say. Fire this guy. Oh, right. Balbus shoot this guy. Character accuracy's up. Caspar from here in Yumi range. Ideally, he becomes the main target, but no, they still want to go for Hilda. Alright, well, let's have Leone attack this guy. Good job, Leone. And then, yeah, we've heard Claude here. They don't go for Okay, we're all good. Caspar getting doubled, that's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and have Lorenz break in his nos. Also allows me to experiment with damage outputs. Those are the ranges to watch out for. So we could park Claude at the end of one. Claude isn't necessarily the unit I want to focus on training up. I do want him to soften this enemy up. And I think he gets it right. So let's go with Shamir instead. And then have Caspar shoot him. Caspar doesn't even get the kill. You know what? Change of plans. We're gonna axe pun. And strength and defense, well, it's not really what I care too much about. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's get Balthus up here. Whip that axe. Okay. try to fix this guy. There we go. Nice shot, Lysithia. Let's go ahead and have Quad. Feed the kill to Adele. See training gauntlets because they have oh.
これでいいかな
So much hit. Alright. Let's see. We need more Wrens to kill things. Does need experience. But it's more important to focus on our others. I can put Loren into other.
私の勝ちでいいよな
Yay, we got a trade secret. I can't quite get the hit rate up, so let's shoot this guy with a curse shot for guaranteed accuracy.
力も実力のうち
Just
だぜ
because Caspar gained a level doesn't mean he is not behind on experience. Definitely want to make sure Loren tests the damage output, projected damage output, to make absolutely certain that the magic staff does work on enemy phase. So we can have just have to calculate how much damage he currently does. I don't think we'll get a chance to experiment. Okay. Does 22 damage to this guy, has 3 resilience. To 23 displayed attack, and that's just factoring in the merchant's military. So the magic staff is adding 3, so he technically has 26. Huh, I must be doing something wrong with the math, because that should not, that's not how the math works out. Okay, well 5, that means that guy should take 21, takes 20. Maybe there's a typo with the magic staff and only boosts by 2 instead of 3. That would be my guess. Alright, so 3 resilience equals 22 damage. We can assume that 4 resilience equals 21. So, test that out right now, actually. Let's go ahead and rally everybody. Now, we're going to want to try to get Leone in there to take a kill. So, let's have Adele fist this guy. Good job, Adele. We're going to want Lorenz to test the magic staff on player phase, or enemy phase. So remember, you need to deal 21 points of damage to the boss. Take this guy out. So close. Actually, I think I can make that a one-shot. But the question is, how accurate would he be? 73. I don't like those odds. Alright. So then, well, we have to use Leone here. This is the only spot you can reach. We have to keep Hilda away from Lorenz, because I do not want to have her advocate on my maths. This guy just helm his splits. 暴風薬剤好きに呼びな
はいお疲れさん
Alright, now we only have Shamir, Caspar, and Lysithia left. One of those guys has been softened. I can assume... And then let's see if Caspar can nom this last guy to death. Oh yeah, he can. Alright, and he's down to 10. Let's heal up Adele. Alright, 21. That confirms that the magic staff does work on enemy phase as well as player phase. And the displayed +3 magic attack is inaccurate. It's +2. We are doing God's work here, folks. Alright, so should have attacked from melee range, that way we could get more healing EXPs. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, bother. I haven't set up so Balthus gets the kill. You know what? Balthus ain't getting the kill. We're feeding that to Claude. Nom nom nom. Because he needs class experience. In fact, I think he's the farthest behind in terms of class experience. Alright, give me just a minute here. I'll be right back. Or actually, I just realized I can hold it in. There's a cutscene coming up. So, what I can do is I can wait until the cutscene starts and then I can go pee. Multitasking. Oh, yeah, we get a special meal. I also might have messed things up for the following month. If I recall correctly, Chapter 8's month starts off with a tutoring session, but not with a exploration or free week. So that's possibly a problem. Alright, before we go into the chapter mission, let's do our supports. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Okay. So, Claude and Flayne, their support chain is kind of funny, I guess. Claude figures out her identity and decides he wants to troll Seteth. Between Balthus and Claude, we get to see Balthus's rare displays of intelligence, where he figures out Claude's actual identity as a Prince of Almyra. Not much of a spoiler, to be honest. Alright, and then Catherine and Shamir. Definitely a lesbian power couple. They go over how they met. Catherine says, "Hi, I'm Catherine, what's your name?" And then goes into a long tangent on a story. And then after all of that, Shamir responds with, "Hi, I'm Shamir." And that ends the conversation. Shamir is best waifu. Alright, anyway, we saved. I know, because I did it 3 times. So, next, we are going to attempt to put Caspar into Dark Mage. For some odd reason, this class is male exclusive. Do not ask me why, I do not know. He has failed his exam, how dare he, we have to reset. Anyway, for some odd reason, Dark Mage is male exclusive. I have no idea why. I guess they felt like it balanced things somehow. Very ironic that the mage class associated with using dark magic as opposed to black magic is male exclusive, when mostly ladies learn black magic, or the dark magic, instead of the black magic. Lysithia and Happy both get it, and Edelgard even has a couple of dark magic spells. Hubert is the only guy who specializes in dark magic, and he is also the only guy who would probably prefer Dark Bishop to Warlock. But even then, he might actually prefer just regular Bishop despite his Faith Bane, just because regular Bishop lets him heal more. Alright, anyway, since he failed that, I think there was one other certification I wanted to go for. Oh, that's right, Marianne. We're going to go ahead and promote her into Priest. Don't really have a reason not to. So, yeah, let's just go for it. Her Priest outfit also looks pretty neat. Yeah, it's a shame that Mage is just infinitely better than Priest, if we're being perfectly honest. And the Priest class just looks so much better than the Mage. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and go into the mission, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Oh my goodness, they've been building up to this thing for how knows how long. Oh my goodness, I think it starts with a cutscene that's pretty. We shall see. I think I might have skipped it. I do not know. Oh wait, no, it's after all my battle preps. Oh, I think I can hold it for a little bit longer. I think I can. I have to be like the train. Okay, so for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, people who are not enrolled in the Officers Academy cannot participate. So Shamir and Catherine are out. If you recruited Cyril, he would also be out. The exception to that is actually, what's the right word I'm looking for? Anna. Anna is the exception to that. If you have Anna recruited, you can actually bring her into the Battle of the Eagle and the Lion. I do not know why, but you could. Alright, let's go ahead and bring Ignaz and Sylvain as our adjutants. Let's see. Next, we're going to want to make sure we get everyone into a stride formation near the start. Marianne is still our chief strider. Let's see. I'll put Lorenz there because I wanted him to be our NOS tank, but I think I'll actually have Caspar take the lead, so that way he can work on his things. Yeah, but I guess the only reason I can think of for why Anna is able to participate when most other characters who come across as faculty cannot is because they legitimately forgot that she's supposed to be not even a student and didn't think to flag her as unavailable for this chapter. Good writers always put in so much extra effort. Alright, anyway, we hit save, and then I think we hit start, and then we get the cutscene.
いよいよ呪実戦が始まる。みんな、鍛錬の成果を存分に発揮してくれ。優勝学級には大いなる名誉だけじゃなく、賞品も出るとか出ないとかって話だぜ。
さて、そろそろ婦人開始の刻限よ。みんな、心の準備はいいわね。
恨むなよ。手加減ができるほど器用ではないんだ。やり方は自由だ。勝ちゃいいんだろ。
勝つのは私たちよ。何が起ころうともね。
始めよう。
進軍せよ。
進め。
Alright, I made it back just in time. Wasn't that cutscene amazing? I have no idea what happened. Anyway, so this battle, like the battle that started off the Chapter 1 of Practice Battle. This one has no permadeath, so if any of these characters get killed, quote unquote, they won't be permanently dead. So as long as you don't get the defeat condition, you're good. In any case, though,
私ですか
ぼちぼち
what
動
we're
くか
going to want to do is to make sure we try and get everyone into a good position
今
to
金の落
get
ちる音が
strided.
気のせいか
焦らず
Because
戦おう
of Hilda being there, we're going to want to make sure the stride hits Claude. That means we're going to want to put people in position around
私
where
に任せてく
Claude
ださい
is in a star formation. But we're also going to have to be careful of the ballista being manned by the one and only Bernadetta. Bernadetta will try to snipe characters. Let's see here. And depending on who she hits, that's bad. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Marianne will be able to stride down. One thing that does make Marianne more useful than most other potential students for stride duty is the fact that -3, that's neat. Anyway, is the fact that she learns physic. So even though she falls,
アドラークラッセとヒルシ
yeah. Even though she falls behind while using stride, she doesn't really need to be up and front and center in order to keep people healthy. Alright, and then, yeah, so, problematic units to keep, or problematic enemies to keep an eye on, out for basically every student from the opposing houses. They tend to be really strong. Ingrid is a very standout example because this is the advanced class Pegasus Knight. So she has Lance Fair on her. Her bases, I don't know if the bases are any higher than the others, but the growth rates are a little bit higher. So Ingrid tends to be a very, very difficult unit to deal with in this battle. And then if there's any unit you don't want to particularly face but can't recruit them yet, it is always possible to actually get them as mission assistants for this month. Weirdly, they're not allowed to participate for your class in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, so you can't deploy them for this battle. But it also prevents them from being deployed for the other teams. So it basically guarantees that you can deprive the other houses of a particularly annoying student. So Ingrid would be a good choice to grab away. Another interesting one is Ferdinand. Ferdinand tends to be a bit dodgy thanks to his personal ability. So if you want to deprive him of that, that is a very good idea. There we go. We have just fisted Bernadetta to death. Ironically, I think they were planning on giving the unused skill Fist Breaker to snipers. So technically bows should have an advantage against fisters somehow. With this initial charge, you do want to make sure you're careful and wary of where the enemy units can go. Let's see. Flayne can't quite reach, but she's fine. I only brought her here for added support. If you did focus on just boosting or just training on Flayne's faith, I think it's possible for her to learn what's the right word I'm looking for? Rescue. She gets access to the skill rescue. So if she if you focus exclusively on her faith and she learns rescue, she can be a huge asset at this point. which I neglected to actually do. Alright, Ferdinand. One other thing that only affects your enemy factions for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion is...
殿下、俺が。
is that if they get one of your enemy factions gets a particularly large number of kills, then they get a morale boost, which boosts their, I think, all of their stats. But, yeah, the more kills the enemies get, the worse it will be, or the tougher it'll be for you. So, trying to kill as many of them as possible before they can get kills is a good idea. A bit of a good idea. But that said, it's also inevitable, and the more enemies your opponents take out, the less you have to deal with personally. So little column A, little column B. I guess we can just leave it at that. I'm in such a tricky spot here. So Ferdinand can actually reach quite far. That's Ash's range. I know he's a joke, but we gotta be careful of that. Ferdinand does seem to... I don't have a steel bow on Claude. What is wrong with me? Probably trade one over to him. He only should probably have one. Let's see. Third shot. Okay. Probably only third shot. And then we will go for a smash, or do we do something else? If we have Hilda attack from here. Pegasus Knights tend to be very resilient, so that can be problematic. Decisions. Okay, I probably moved Caspar up too far. Alright. But we have Adele take this now. Good job, Adele. Alright. Next, Ferdinand. No one is in his range. Does have 2 range. We have to be careful of that. Let's go ahead and curved shot for accuracy. And I want to stay at the very tip of Ferdinand's range, so that way he just tries to use a ranged attack against my archers with higher accuracy. Lorenz would be the unit with most accuracy. He does have hit plus 20 after all, but we gotta consider other things. Okay. And then Ash might consider going after Caspar. So let's make sure he's top off. Oh yeah, look at that. Ignat's gained a level. We haven't deployed him at all. There, he's just... To be fair, he's just there for filler. No, right, I also forgot. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I could... Now, I was just thinking I could have Hilda use drawback, and that would get Claude out of range. But... Well, that would get Claude out of range, so that way Ferdy would definitely go for Balthus. But that would be very difficult to do. So let's instead put Hilda there, so that way we get an advocate boost. Let's put it next to him. The only thing that might be problematic is if the golden, or if the Eagles get a good number of kills before Ferdinand moves, then he might get a morale boost and start doubling Claude, and then that would be bad. Okay. Alrighty, now that Ferdinand von Eyre has taken damage, we don't really need to worry about him being extra avoidy, and he's not going to be able to double us before the the only unit I have attack range is Caspar. This guy gets attack range. If the Blue Lions get a bunch of morale boosts before... Oh, no. Took that guy out. There we go. Okay, no morale boosts, so we're good there. We don't need to worry about Ash. Caspar. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's probably... yeah, since I have recruited a few students out of the Blue Lions, well, actually, I don't know one thing. Since I have Caspar and Flayne recruited out of their beginner houses, or the houses they start in, they actually have generic NPC replacements. So, stalling tactic. Just nuke this guy. She can. She can. Okay. Let's equip Thoron, and let's attempt to nuke him, delete him. Good job, Lysithia. Okay, next we can let them fight over the central hill. That might be a thing I want to do, but I think it might also be more advantageous to lure Ash up this way. Alright, here's what we'll do. Put Caspar at the very tippy tip of his range, so that way he doesn't get as much of an avoid boost. Or damage boost. Accuracy boost. There's a chance he'll dodge. And that is always useful. Let's have our units we actually have to try. One. Let's get Leone out of the way. Yeah, she's not nearly as tanky as Caspar is. Oh wait, Leone has the thing. Okay. New plan. Marianne gonna take the water shield and then trade it over to Caspar. There we go, there we go. I think we leave everyone else as is. Alright, let's see how this goes. A bit stronger. That is the Caspar replacement. Alright, now we're gonna have to worry about Felix. He's very problematic. Ingrid should stay over here. Is probably going to stay over here to slaughter the beagles. Like, there is a reward for whoever has the most kills. So really applies for your own house. Well, I'm not sure kills is the right word. KOs. You win. Yatta. Okay. Okay. I don't know my thoughts. Oh, right. But that reward is just a blessed lance. Alright. So, yeah, not really worth it. As you can see, they get yeah, so it boosts their attack and their strength, magic, and defensive stats. So very, very problematic. Okay, then let's see here. Does do if Felix attacks him? 16 protection. And Felix will do 40. So 40 minus 16 is 24. Take 28. Yeah, let's not risk that for the biscuit. Let's instead let Hash or soften him up. Hopefully we don't get crit. Here's hoping. Alright, good job. Next, let's get Caspar to deal some damage. I should probably use whoever can deal the most. So, Adele! Good job, Adele. Might want to lure Felix out, but that 40 attack he's got is scary. And with 22 speed, I think he's able to double pretty much everybody. Yeah, he even doubles Leone, and Leone's my fastest. Okay. Alrighty. Only even one round Caspar. Okay. It's a tricky situation, so let's just go.
力も実力のうちだぜ。あれ？
Yeah, he's heading over this way anyway, so I guess we just don't need to worry too much about the thing or the stuff. We can just let him come right to us, phrasing, boom, and then bow him down. Why do I even have Flayne here? I know why. But honestly, I probably should have just dropped her and fielded either Ignatz or Raphael. Their ability to rally would have been so much more handy than Flayne's ability to heal. He goes stronger after that. Very wary of a net. Yeah, probably, yep, that's another boost for Felix. Okay, let's turn off Felix. That's interesting. No, okay. Alright. Then who is able to attack? Oh, Felix from right there. Okay. So let's curve shot. Ooh, I should be careful about using combat arts with Balthus. I keep forgetting Balthus can potentially heal himself out of his basic range. Oh, wow. Okay. How does Hilda do? I guess Hilda doesn't do too bad. Alright, and she does steal speed. That is always important to remember. Ooh, let's go for it. Aw, yeah. Alright. I would worry about a crit chance from Annette. But I do have all my divine pulses, so I guess we can keep that there. No, I should have also been concerned potentially about getting double. Because changing my equipment would have done that, but it's fine. With Scythia and Marianne were both close, so if I needed to, they would have been able to use drawback to draw me back. Alright. I don't want to heal Balthus anymore. We want to keep his health low as possible, just in case his crest activates.
ありがとうございます。
Mage battle. Garcia is kicking Mercedes' ass. And now Ingrid's probably gonna kick her. She actually changed to the bow. Crit chance was indeed there. Okay, now that we have Annette here, looks like might have actually got. Oh, right, Annette's got seal speed on her. That's why she can suddenly double. Ugh, gotta be paying more attention. Okay. I'm gonna shoot her. Bye,
ヒル
Annette.
シクラッセを甘く見たか？成長の手応えありだ。
Alright. Next, we should have a mage to deal with this guy. Good job, Hilda. Yay! Hilda has Fiendish Blow. Now she's gonna be even better. Let's see. I guess we have Adele fist this guy to death. Wow. Even with their speed being sealed. Excuse me. She can still quadruple this guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and put those training gauntlets away for now and pull out that armor slayer. Let's see what we can do with it. 25, let's do it.
賞賛はあったの？
Alright, then I'm gonna keep my momentum going forward, so let's try to heal. Yes, Marianne's been getting a lot of magic. Her magic growth has been really working out for her, so we can do that. Go ahead and try to shoot Mercedes, because Ingrid is very dodgeable. Okay, what can we do? I know Lysithea has drawback, and so does Lorenz. Yes. Here's what we do. We are going to draw Caspar back, so that way Balthus can get on the ballista and shoot it again. 69, going for it.
遅い。
He missed. We did not successfully 69 Ingrid. Oh well, it was worth a shot, quite literally. Well, let Flayne heal somebody. Okay, I was a little worried Ingrid was actually going to try and go for Edelgard or Lindhart or even Petra. But no, she went up here. So, actually, one thing to we could mention about what am I trying to say? Oh, right, Lindhart. One thing to mention about Lindhart's AI is that, well, first off, his NPC replacement will not know Physic, so if you grab Lindhart out of house before the Battle of Eagle and Lion, they won't have Lindhart physicking the Black Eagles from halfway across the map. Instead, he'll be doing that for your team. Let's go ahead and use drawback to bring me up a little bit more. Because why not? Why not? Okay. Alright, now we're gonna have to get to the scary part. We're gonna have to try and take down Edelgard in Petra, because the objective for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion is to rout. So we have to take down everyone. Petra is going to be quite the difficult unit to deal with in this. If you're not facing the Black Eagles, Felix is over there, and he is the difficult unit to deal with. Regardless of who is over there, they are difficult. They'll be very, very fast. They'll have an Armor Slayer equipped, so if you put anyone through Armor Knight to try and get their strength up, they won't be able to help out too much. But they'll also have an enemy exclusive skill equipped, Keen Intuition. So if you try to attack the unit standing there from 2 or more spaces away, they get an extra 30 avoid. And on top of that, they also have what's it called? Alert Stance. So every time they use the wait command, they get even more avoid, and I think they will end their turn with the wait command. Okay, now we're in a tricky spot because Edelgard is charging. What's her move? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lorenz is right at the tip of her range. It looks like she can reach really far. Alright. Well, on the plus side, with the permadeath turned off, that does mean that we technically... No, Byleth can't use that. Anyway, we can technically use our other units as cannon fodder to draw out anyone who's problematic. So I could have Flayne. I could throw Flayne at Petra to lure her out if I don't have anyone strong enough to take her hits. Oh. Edelgard went up. I have no idea what she's doing. Let's see. Can we have her Lindhart? Or not, because that was a miss. Alrighty. And Lindhart can one-shot ball this. We could probably try to heal him up, and then we don't have to worry about that. But then I have to worry about Caspar being able to deal with him. Let's see. Oh, right, he has Physic equipped, so he won't counterattack for now. I don't need to necessarily use 16 attack speed. How much does Byleth have on the sword? So let them use the Iron Bow. 15. Oh, that gives me an idea for drawing the Steel Guard out. We use Ruptured Heaven. There we go. And even Sylvain gets a level from that. Hooray! Oh, she got strength and speed, so that might actually get her out of Edelgard's doubling range, even with that equipped. 14 plus minus 16, that's 4, so I think that's a no. So we're gonna have to trade up the Iron Bow and heal up Bell just in case. Go. And 38. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the math on that, but she survives. That's what's important. Okay, now we just have to worry about being able to survive, being able to deal enough damage to actually take Edelgard out. Ugh, okay.
私の前に立ちすくむ。やっ
Alright, well, we're starting off with 7 down, so we're good to go. Edelgard sealed something. Now, what did she seal? Strength and magic? Yeah, she sealed strength and magic. Okay, then. Let's start by having Hilda Thor on. Let's go ahead and turn her off and turn Petra on. Giggity. Let's see. Great shot. Ooh, minus defense. Let's do that. Good job, Leonie. And then... That's right, she has things I can steal.
警戒が必要ね。
And I can steal it. Oh yeah, we are doing this, folks. Or we're going to die trying. Possibly literally. Okay. Oh yeah, that worked. Yeah, baby. Oh wow, both the doubles now. Okay, cool. Let's see. We smash, we should be good. Yes, but the question is, do I want to kill with Balthus? Not really. Down by 8. Alright, let's first shot. Oh, right, Balthus only needs 2 more rounds of combat. Yay! And then let's just Iron Axe her. Yay! Caspar also only needs 2 more rounds of combat.
ごめんなさい。
Alright, so Petra, she's got 24 speed and 37 attack. I do not think I have anyone who can get close to that much speed. So we're just going to have to make sure we either use someone who is tanky enough to take 2 hits from her,
助かる。
which I think might be Balthus. Let's see. So he's got 16 defense and 43 HP. 16 minus 37, or 37 minus 16, that's 21. So we take 42. He lives! So let's top Balthus. Oh, right, there's a thing down there. Oh, we can have a chest key somewhere. Oh, I keep forgetting. Byleth is a thief. I can just have Adele. Have Adele go down there. I keep using all the wrong names. You know what? We'll worry about that after we take down Petra. It's not like it's necessary to open that chest anyway, because that chest contains, it contains stalling tactic. A killer lance. Alright, next we use heal. Oh, I keep forgetting. I can boost Leonie's defense by 2 by just having her stand next to a guy. So, yeah, that makes Leonie a smidge tankier than she otherwise would be. She'd essentially have 18 by herself, and with that leather shield in Caspar's inventory, that would be a little bit more. Alright, the important unit to try and hit Petra with is Hilda, so that way I can seal Petra's speed. If she's unable to double, and with sealed speed, that would make her much easier to hit. Especially since attacking from a distance is going to have very reduced accuracy. Like, even with support bonuses, that's not much. And she missed. Okay. But we can first shot. There we go. We only has break shot. Yeah. Well, let's try break shot. Inaccurate, but accurate. Alright, that's her defense down. We got Flayne is actually falling behind. Frozen Lance would do.
格が違うのだよ。貴族は強くあらね。
Numbers must be strong. Lorenz, you didn't get strength, you silly Billy. Oh, right. And I think the only enemy left is Dimitri. If you're doing this as the Golden Deer or the Blue Lions, Claude tends, or the Golden Deer, or Blue Lions or Beagles, then the Golden Deer faction, that'll be in the bottom right-hand corner. They tend to have some archers that hold back, so if I wasn't the Golden Deer, then I'd have a bunch of archers down here to also deal with. Alright. Dimitri is also another scary unit. Send Killer Lance to Convoy. Okay. And then, yeah, as you can see there, 17 attack speed, 45 attack. Well, actually, 17 attack speed. That is very easy to deal with. I'll do this. Yeah, I don't think I can draw him out. She's unfortunately too slow. What good does she do by rallying?
ありがとう。
12. That still gets doubled by 17, so we're not going to worry about that. Instead, we can drop him out with Yoni. Yeah, but actually I forgot about that from when I was doing the draft race. The draft playthrough, when I did the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, it was also a Golden Deer, but I was trying to use Marianne as a weapon mage, and so she was actually being scoring a lot of vital and necessary kills using Frozen Lance. Weapon mages are very handy in that they can usually target the lower of the defensive stats on an enemy unit, and they can do it at one range, so that gets right around a lot of things, makes it easier to get some support bonuses, and yada yada yada. Alright, anyway, let's get Leone in range. A tricky thing to keep in mind with if you have the Golden Deer as the last faction you deal with, or as an enemy faction, Claude will have a longbow equipped, or he'll have a longbow that he can use. So he can be a bit deadly. Just a bit, though. And then this actually kind of makes Lorenz's paralog a good one to go into, because stalling tactic. Oh, well, the Lorenz's paralog, you get the fiercest. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And the fiercest is very, very good. We're gonna, we'll want to try and hit a stride right where Caspar's standing. I should have rallied Leone's strength. I am not good about thinking about this in terms of rallies. It's fine. Yeah, that would have been another option, would have been to use stride, so that way I could rush right over to Dimitri before he attacks. But I wanted to draw him closer, so that way I could get him off that. So now he doesn't have any evasion boosts, or any other boosts for that matter, so that's easier to deal with. pepper him with Thor first. Since it hit, that'll seal his speed. Very, very nice.
ちょっとたくましくなっちゃった。
Magic Hilda, and she's still got more strength than the other stat. Alright.
まだ大丈夫。
Right.
やれるさ。
Great shot, I suppose. Reduce defense. We're gonna have to heal her up.
ありがとな。
I don't want to waste putting what's this button closer? Spark, not. Alright. What? Leonie to be able to
さあ、どうするんだ。
shot. Okay, she's good enough. Renz is actually still at level 15. I could feed that kill to him. With the way things are going, though, I actually want to try and get it to cast. So, if we Helm Splitter with a Steel Axe, the hit rate is atrocious. So, let's see about smashing. Okay, so we can deal a lot more than 11 more. And more importantly, that Master's Archer for Balthus. Okay, let's go with the smash for the guaranteed.
まだまだ修練。そこまで。昼しゅ。誰も文句。
Alrighty, yay, we get the special prize. Our MVP was Adele. Kind of not a very good MVP to have. But whatever. The point is we won and we were sexy while doing it. Aw, yeah.
十字戦で。
And yeah, we got the Blessed Lance. Hooray! I have never I forgot to try and steal from Dimitri. He had a ring too. Ugh. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not used to having a thief who is fast enough to steal while playing Three Houses, so most of the time things to steal never really pop into my mind, or situations where I could steal. But it is good to know you only need to match their speed,
といったとこ。
or at least beat them in terms of attack speed. But yeah, here we go. So this is the month that starts off with being able to instruct right off the bat. So that is a thing to consider. Let's tutor Lorenz's faith. Let's see, and then most of my other students are just completely unmotivated. I don't want to spend too much time tutoring other people I don't care about. That's one problem with Adele being the MVP, is that it doesn't get anyone else a full thingamadoodad. Let's go ahead and do Marianne. Why not? Focus on her pony riding, see if we can get her to movement +1, just that smidge faster. Okay, and then our other units. Let's go ahead and feed a lesson to Caspar. I didn't do well enough to get anything extra from it. Why not Shamir? Why not Shamir? And then one more. Unos. Hilda, let's go ahead and put it into her research. so well either. Okay. Now that we've done all of that, our next thing to do is lament the fact that with Caspar at 2 class experience away from mastering Armor Knight, I'm gonna have to have him go through a whole mission thingy as an Armor Knight just to get the last 2 experience, and I have to hope I don't forget to feed it to him. We also have to hope he's able to pass this Dark Mage exam, because I kind of just want to get that out of the way. But he should be able to get high enough by the end of the month. I'd like to think he can. We can see how much progress he makes, because right now he's at the good number, 69 giggity. Get it out of your system now. Let's see, my Cynthia's doing fine. Hilda's fine. Leonie's fine. Anything else anywhere else? Not really. Oh, right. And then we have a group task set up to learn how to use ponies with those 2. Because that was a last minute decision on my part. I don't care about being pretty or anything, but it bothers me that people don't even realize I'm a girl. It doesn't matter if people think you're pretty. That's actually how Leonie's first support conversation with Sylvain goes.
Thomas.
Ow. I thought that was Mercedes wanting to join my class. Oh, oops, did I just do that? I dropped the thingy and I accidentally clicked it. You know what, we'll share tea with Lindhart and I can show off the stupid minigame. And it's stupid and I hate it. Anyway, as I was saying, favorite sweets. Okay, anyway, I was hoping that was Mercedes asking to join the class. Class? Okay. A new gambit? No, he doesn't like combat. Our first meeting. There we go. One of Lindhart's interests is Byleth themselves. Not. Dang, we had perfect tea time. I believe that means I have a guaranteed charm increase. Yay, and it works for the person you have tea with, too. Oh, here we go. Mercedes. She is joining Adele's house. Yeah, make sure you do not skip the cutscenes where a student walks up to and says, "Hey, can I join your house?" Because if you skip the cutscene, it defaults to selecting no. And then the only downside to having the student be recruited in the middle of the week is that their goals default to, or they stick to their default goals. You don't get a chance to change what they're training in the middle of the week. I forgot to check. How is Caspar doing on reason, since we focused it 69 before, now it's down to 45. That means he got 24 experience just from focusing it. So that means he can get it to C by the end of the month, I believe. Yeah, he'll get 24 from the next week, and then the week after that is another 24. That's 48. He's currently at 45. So yes, I am guaranteed to have a Dark Mage Caspar before the 23rd. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's end this stream off by seeing if we can pass that exam for Caspar. Let's see. Caspar. Did I save? I don't remember if I saved. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I did. We're saving again. Okay. Anyway, Caspar. Alright. Dark Mage, you are gonna pass this time, Caspar, and you are going to like it. You failed me, Caspar. I hate you now. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you all next